Hi everyone, welcome to my video. It has been a while since I've done another one, holidays and working, and I got some new equipment that I had to play with to figure out for video recording and editing. But anyways, I'm back here and we're going to do a bracelet today. This is a companion to the first video I did of the Wibeduo earrings. In essence, it's the same pattern, just elongating it, added a little bit of a difference to it with the crystals on the sides. So if you're ready, we can get the materials. Okay, so we are going to need 11 seed beads. These are Miyuki silver. 15 seed beads. These are actually the Czech coated Labrador full. You're going to need Wibeduo beads, of course. These are the chalk baby blue luster. You're going to need 7 Swarovski pearls or Drux or Czech pearls. These are 6mm in the pearlescent white, and 4mm crystals for the outside. I'm actually not positive of this color. I'm gonna guess it's like an opal AB or something. But other than that, you're gonna need a needle. This is a size 12, and I have 0.006 Wildfire in the green color so that you can see it. And also it actually blends pretty well with these colors. Oh, also for the ends here, I have these symbol findings. The symbol bead endings. These are actually for silky beads. But if you can see here, I used it on these ones also. I think they fit pretty nicely. These are called bicones, maybe? I can't really, yeah. See if you can see that there. That's what they are. Okay. So I put about 2 arm spans of thread on my needle. You're going to want to put a stop bead on. So I'll start with one of these 11/0s and put that on. If you want to leave long enough of a tail so that you can just weave that in later, you can by all means do that. I like to tie it off earlier so that it's out of the way. Okay. So to start, we're going to pick up a Wibeduo in this manner with the curved part up. You want to go in the right side hole. An 11/0. Right side hole of the Wibeduo, another 11/0, right side hole of the Wibeduo, another 11/0, one of these 6mm pearls, one more 11/0. I'll bring these down to our stop bead. Sew through that first Wibeduo. Pull them all together. And we're actually going to sew through all of these again. Through this 11-0. And the pearl. And here I'm going to remove this stop bead and tie this off right here. Like I said, you do not have to do that. You can just leave that tail thread and weave it in later if that's how you prefer to do these projects. It's a little more frustrating for me personally to have to keep pulling that tail thread out of the way, so I like to just trim it down as quickly as possible. All right, so from here we're going to pick up another 11-0. Now we're going in a different direction. So with the puffed side of the Wibeduo looking at you, you know, facing up, you want to go in the left side hole. Add another 11-0. Left side hole of the Wibeduo. Another 11. Left side hole of the Wibeduo. And another 11. And then come around and go through that pearl in the middle again. Okay. Now go back. Through the 11 in the Wibeduo. The next 11 in the Wibeduo. Now you can reinforce this if you want here, but when we do the embellishment and add the seed beads and the crystals on the sides, we are going to have to pass through these pearls again, and they have tiny holes. So I am not going to reinforce that right now because I'm going to go back through it again later. So if you're coming out of this left inside hole of the Wibeduo, you want to just skip over into the right hand hole. Pull your thread. And a lot of this will get covered up. Don't worry about being able to see that thread. Of course, you'll know it's there as the one who did it, but you know, if you're making it to sell or whatever, they're probably not going to know unless they look way too close. So coming out of this right hand hole here, you're going to pick up another 11 and another Wibeduo, left hand hole. Pull those down. Another 11. One of your pearls, an 11, another Wibeduo, and another 11, and come back through that right side hole of the Wibeduo you just came out of. And we've connected those units. So again, we're going to go through the Wibeduo, the 11 in the Wibeduo, I'm sorry, through the 11 and the pearl, pick up an 11, a Wibeduo through the right side hole, an 11, right side hole of Wibeduo, another 11, and right side hole of the Wibeduo. Oops. Hollows down. One more 11, and then come through the pearl again. Through the 11 and the Wibeduo, the next 11 and Wibeduo, I'll go up through the right side hole of that Wibeduo. Okay, so if you want to continue this until you get to the end, you add the last unit. This is 2 units here. You're going to do 7 total. When you get to the end of the 7 units, we'll come back and I'll show you how to add the bead endings and the embellishment. Okay, so I did these 7 units here. At the very end, I'm coming out through this center Wibeduo between the Wibeduo and the 11-0. Something else that I want to mention that I forgot to earlier is if you're working this from left to right, if you are coming out of the pattern, like if you're coming down from the pattern, then you want to add the Wibeduos through the left hole, and if you're coming out from up here and going up, then add the Wibeduos through the right hole. If you remember that, it'll make it a lot easier than trying to fight with them or putting them on backwards, like I did a couple of times. Also, most of the places that you can buy these sell them in packs of 25. I actually found them on Eureka Crystal Beads website in 50-piece packs, so it's a lot easier. I mean, it depends on where you want to buy it from, who you're loyal to or whatever. So if you want to just buy 2 of the 25 packs, then you go ahead and do that. 25 beads is not going to be enough for one of these bracelets. And if you look back at the Wibeduo earring tutorial, which I'm probably actually going to redo because that was the very first one I did, and it's all kind of, I give the directions in writing rather than talking, and that might be a little hard to follow for some people. So but anyways, that uses 6 Wibeduo beads per earring. So then you're gonna need, if you want to do a pair of earrings to go along with this bracelet, then you're gonna need, you know, 12 more beads on top of what you're doing for the bracelet. So a pack of 25 isn't quite gonna do it. All right, so anyways, we're coming out of this last bead. Now we're going to go back up through the right hand hole, and if you want to use wire guards or something completely different here, that is absolutely up to you. I'm using these symbol findings. They have holes. There's one here and one here, and I'm coming out of this top right hole. So I'm going to go through this way, and also I'm not going to reinforce this right now because I'm going to come back through and loop back through that. So when we're coming out of this hole here, you want to pick up 6 15-ohs, Oh, I must have grabbed the wrong beads, so I will be right back. Okay, so I'm back. I got the right beads this time. Sorry about that. Straighten this out. Pull that up. All right, so like I said, 6 15-ohs. Coming out of here, I'm going to go through that outside hole of the next Wibeduo. Six more. Go through this pearl in the middle. Six more. Coming out of the pearl, go through the outside of that next Wibeduo. And I've knotted myself here. Hazards of the hobby, you know. Getting yourself a tangled mess. There we go. There we go. Pull that through. Now, between these two, okay, you're going to pick up 1/15, a bicone, and a 15, and then go straight through to the top of that next one there. Okay. Now 6/15s, go down through the pearl, okay. Now if you notice, we're just kind of winding around and through. So we're going to do this all the way down to the end, put on that end finding, and then wind our way all the way back through the other way and reinforce this end finding. So we add 6 more 15-ohs. Go through this outside hole. A 15 crystal and a 15 down through the next outside hole. Six more 15s. Go through that pearl. Okay, so if you want to continue doing this until you get to the end of the piece, when we add the end finding, I'll come back and we can add that on, and we'll wind our way back to the other side. Okay, so I wound all the way through, and I'm coming out of this outside Wibeduo. So I'm going to pick up 6 15s, my end finding. I'm going to come from the top to the bottom through that, and then through the outermost hole of the Wibeduo on the very end. Then I'm going to come up through the second hole of that end finding. It's 6 more 15-ohs. Go down through the outside of this Wibeduo. Pick up 3 15s, and go through the inside 3 15s from that 6 that are coming out of this pearl. So I'm going to go through the pearl and through the first 3 15-ohs coming out of that pearl on the other side. Now, because we are reinforcing this end piece, we're going to go back up through these 15s. So we're going through these a couple of times, so that's why it's a good idea to have like a size 12 needle. Not to mention the tiny holes in the pearls. If I had used a 10, I'm sure I would have been fighting. Back up through those 15s, through the end finding and the Wibeduo, and through the end finding again. If you can get through all of those at once, you might not be able to. Through these 6 15-ohs on the side. Through that Wibeduo. Through the 3 seed beads we just added. Through the other 3 in the pearl again, in the 3 coming out of that pearl. Okay. Now you can keep reinforcing that end piece as many times as you want, as long as you can still get your thread and your needle through. Alright, so coming out of these 3, add 3 more 15s and come through the outside of the next Wibeduo. Pick up a 15, a crystal, and a 15. And go through the outside of the next Wibeduo. Three more 15s. Go through these 3 inside 15s going into the pearl, and go through the 3 15s immediately after the pearl. Add 3 more 15s. Go through this one on the end. 15, a crystal, and a 15. Go through that side. 3 more 15s. Go through those inside 15s in the pearl, and the next 3 15s. Okay, so continue on. Finish down to the end to our end finding, and I will help you finish this up. All right, so wound my way all the way back through there. Now you can see where when I pulled a little too tight that it kind of waves out a little bit. Before you end this and tighten everything up, and, you know, tie stuff off, just lay it flat and help it lay how it's supposed to. Now that I've done that, now we're coming out of this Wibeduo on the end. So we're going to end this off. I'm going to pick up 6 15-ohs, go through the top of the end finding, through the hole of the Wibeduo and the other hole of the end finding. Pull those down. Go through these 6 15-ohs here, if I can get them in. There we go. Down through the Wibeduo. And the 3 15-ohs on that side, and down the 3 15s in the middle, leading to the pearl. Go through the pearl, and the 3 15s coming out of it. Next 3 15s here. I just broke a bead, so I'm gonna stick another one in there. It should hopefully lay so that you can't tell. Yeah, it does. Thank goodness. Through these other 6 15s. Through the end finding, the Wibeduo, and yeah, I can't go through the end finding again. Now I'll go through the end finding. There we go. Down through these 6 15s again. I'm actually going to travel down a little bit further because I'm going to tie this off. So I'm going to go down to where the second pearl is to tie it off. All right. Tie this off. Of course, get it caught. I'm going to go through the 11-0 and the Wibeduo in the inside circle here. Tie it off again. Now this is a half hitch knot, so you find the thread bridge between two beads, put your needle through, you get this loop, pull your needle and your thread through that loop, and just pull down nice and tight. And you can go through, you want to do this a few times, 2 or 3, more if you want. I mean, it's your project and you work with what you work with, and whatever your comfort level is, if you're comfortable with tying it off less, then I would say twice would be the bare minimum. If you want to do more than that, if you want to tie it off 5 times or 10 times, whatever you're comfortable with. There we go. Alright, and then I'm going to snip this off here. Okay. And you can see how that would look on the wrist. I mean, I didn't put a clasp on this, obviously, but you know, you just put a jump ring in there and you can add whatever clasp you want. Just remember that a general rule of thumb is that a clasp is going to add about 1 inch. So this here, as it stands, my wrist is about roughly 7 inches, and this is how much space there is left with this. So here's the green one. So just know, if you need it longer, you can either use a bigger clasp or more jump rings, or add a little chain in there. Add another unit if you want to. Just make sure you have the right amount of beads, because that's always a bummer when you're working on something and you're, you know, 1 or 2 beads short. So you don't want that to happen. If I can count these real quick for you, I'll tell you exactly how many Wibeduos there are. 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so there's 36 Wibeduos in this, and I used 7 of the 6mm pearls and 12 4mm crystals. So it's not that bad. And here's actually one of the earrings that I made to go with the green one. This is a top drilled think it's a 6mm Swarovski bicone. Maybe it's an 8. It looks more like an 8. That was one that I had actually gotten in Eureka Crystal Beads a while ago. Did a Swarovski grab bag, and it was a few bucks, and you can get I forget how many grams of Swarovski crystals and stuff you would get in it, but it was a mixed pack. So whatever bicones you would get, there were some round beads, some rondelles, some of the flower beads, a few pearls and stuff. So that was pretty interesting to get. But I've had these for quite a while and I wasn't sure how to use them. But I think they work pretty good in these earrings. This one right here might be my St. Patrick's Day set, so that, you know, I don't get pinched. All right. Well, I want to thank you for coming and watching this and letting me show you what I come up with. If you have any ideas or you have something that you want me to try, a specific bead that you're not sure what to do with, leave a comment. I would be more than willing to do something that you ask me to do as far as beads go. So again, thank you for watching. The next one, I think the next video might be a remake of the Wibeduo earrings. I'm not quite sure yet. Let me know if you're interested in that. If you are, then I will definitely do that. I also have a necklace I'm working on with Cheops Parpuka and some Samos Parpuka beads. And I have an ornament that I came up with. I know it's not Christmas time, so this video is, however you want to look at it, it's either really late or really early for the season, but you know, it's nice to know what you're going to make ahead of time and be able to get what beads and stuff you need. So I'm going to do that in one of the videos coming up also. Feel free, like I said, leave a comment. I like reading comments and I do reply to them. I have a Facebook page. It's Arm Candy Creations by T. I'm also on Instagram and Pinterest. And my shop online is armcandycreationsbyt.com. All right, and I hope that I see you for my next video. Bye, guys.